you take phone because you need to have the same boost dopamine,
That is interesting.
Yes,
That is
it's very interesting. Yeah.
But winning the championship, the gold medal, in the final seconds of the match, I think you deserve that dopamine.
Yeah, I
You
deserve
You earned
dopamine.
it.
Yeah, but the point is like, like I go to the next one. What's happened? It's the point. Like many people thinking like how they handle problems, right?
Right.
The fails, but many people cannot handle winnings, and we have the sample on the sport as
Ooh.
well. You look Conor McGregor,
Right.
right? Become guy who's very sad to look at him because it was my big sample about his philosophy, work ethic, and going to the level when he basically it doesn't matter if he compete because I'm more care if the person will be okay, but it's hard to see the people like this who achieve so much and it's not even about the sport, it's about the being perfect sample for people about what they do, how hard they work in life, what they share with other people, with the community, about about his visualization, about his understanding, about his process to go in the game, to being from zero to this level, and later to be like opposite than sample, right?
Right.
Like someone who basically show it's like, oh, good, I don't do any sport because I will be like Conor McGregor, right? It's sad because he was really inspiration for so many people. And I know why, because the success is the same level to handle like the failings.
That is
Yeah.
interesting. The challenge of handling successes
Yeah.
is also as heavy as handling
Yes.
managing setbacks.
It's the same things. You pay the
That
same
is
price.
interesting.
You pay the same price. It's all about which direction you want to go because you pay the price here and here. That's what you say about the passion. You need to pay the
You
price.
pay the price.
Yes. I mean,
Pay the
you talk about
price.
more about struggle, problem, and everything, but this is the price also. This is the struggle is the price for this, right? The things connect with the your motivation. Like many people after career of the
Right.
sportman, they don't know what to do in life.
Ooh, happens a lot.
Yes, that's why I see even the podcast like the Mighty Mouse do it and everything. It's his extension. Like BJJ is his extension.
I'm so happy that Mighty Mouse has rediscovered jiu-jitsu after he said that, okay, MMA, we're going to take a
Yes.
stop here. And he's having a lot of fun. And the content of him, competing in IBJJF tournaments, it's inspiring that he's still going at it. There was
Yes.
this one clip where he competed in the absolute division. Mighty Mouse is if I'm not mistaken, a rooster weight. Very, very small guy.
125, yeah.
And he competed with really big guys and did well.
Yeah, yeah,
That's inspiring.
yes. And he said before, tell my wife and my kids I love them.
Can we go back to what you've said about dopamine, because I find that interesting. Because from my personal experience, one of the reasons why I enjoy competing so much is that you go to a tournament, that anticipation, that nervousness, that excitement. Oh gosh, I love that so much. I love that so much. For some reason I get a kick out of it, and I want it this week, and the next week I want it again. The week after I want it again. And that's also the reason why I just keep on competing and competing and competing. That rush is priceless. Could that be dopamine too?
Yes, but you use this for the good things. I mean, you take care of your heart. So basically, there's two ways. One, which is give you like a dopamine using drugs, like something what can destroy your body, and you have other dopamine which is build you up, like ice bath. It's basically something what you don't like, and you basically give you dopamine also, right?
Right.
So you do it on the good way. For example, gym, it's also give you dopamine, but you do it on the good way. So everything what is build you up, it's dopamine, but you use on the positive way, positive
Correct.
impact. So it's absolute dopamine. You just found it's also complete your life. You live your passion. So you use, it's like an ego. Ego is good or bad. If you use your ego to create the possibilities to make your life like you want, keep you going with the passion and everything, like be constructive and the creative and the way like productive, right? Sometimes with some issue problem and everything, but you use this as a good way, it can be productive. Like
Yeah,
everything.
I like your example when you used ego, wherein it's almost always frowned upon by people. But when you really think about it, depending on how you manage your ego,
Yes.
it could be good or bad.
Yeah. And I believe there's no ego, to be honest, because ego is the concept of I, and the I basically, it's not separate things, it's you. So basically there's no ego, because if the ego, who said there's ego, right? So it's connect with the I. But the I basically is like, it's like an outside things, but there's no outside thing, it's just you. So we create like external things kind of with
Right.
the ego, but it's not exist, you know? That's why many people trying to, don't be, I mean, in general, like trying to escape from ego, trying to manage ego and everything, but ego not exist. And more you try it, more harder you try to find strategy, it's you're on the like trap, right? Because
Absolutely.
yeah. So you're trying to, basically like avoid something what it's, not exist, because ego want also to avoid ego, there's the same structure.
In a lot of ways, it's ironic too.
Yeah. So, and the dopamine is, you come back to dopamine. I think your understanding and the chasing and everything is good, positive outcome. Your body get better.
That's good.
You feel good and everything is great. The problem is about to destroy your body, to destroy your life, to use the substitute of the relationship. If you use, porn or dating app and everything of form of the creating substitute for the relationship or for pleasure,
Right.
that's the problem. If you don't go for a date and then you talk with someone online, even AI or some OnlyFans girls, whatever, that's the problem, because you don't build anything like this. You build more connection on this world. You don't build the really suffer connect with the rejection. You don't have rejection on OnlyFans. You just pay $5 and she'll love you again. It's you don't
that's
learn
important
nothing.
too.
Yeah. You learn a lot of things. I mean, on the BJJ and everything, it's absolutely, dopamine. It's a hormone. You cannot escape. It's like endorphins, the same. It's hormone. So it's natural. The point is like it's working when you experience things. But also if you enjoy, for example, like if you go gym, like people like now used to go now with the iPad, watching movie, right, listen music and everything. They use this because the level of the focusing and even the structure it's not enough. So they need to extra boost because they will feel bored, if they don't use the music. So that's why I don't use music when I go gym.
That
Yeah.
is fascinating.
Yeah, because then you create a extra thing. So if you listen to music all the time and the next time your phone not working, this one, you will lose like 50% of motivation and energy.
Now I wanna rethink the way I do cardio because I 99% of my cardio workouts I put my headphones on and I listen to podcasts and audiobooks.
Yes.
Would that be the same?
It's also like you add, the point is like how to manage the dopamine is to be more focused. So that's why we get distracted and you don't really, like people say like I'm multitasking. No, it's there. Nobody's multitasking. You just don't have enough pleasure or focusing for the one thing. That's why you do it more things. There's not such a thing like a multitasking. They right now scrolling, it's destroy our dopamine system. So you need more things to get the even keeping you on something. That's why people sitting, watching movie, having computer, having other things with the other stuff, and they have a phone here to check in all the time. They cannot be focusing on things. And the point is how you can be better on this one, just to do it one things at a time.
Right.
So that's why when you eat food, right? You don't watching your phone when you eat food. But nowadays, people cannot do it even this. People cannot eat food just eating food. People need to have a phone because dopamine, it's, they rise the level like this when they don't have the other, substitute of dopamine.
Right.
They feel like empty. They feel like something's
That's
lacking.
why they have to add and add and add.
Yeah.
And this is what I like about jiu-jitsu because we see a lot of people who do workouts and they watch movies
Yes.
at the same time. Can you imagine yourself in sparring in jiu-jitsu? Oh, by the way, and you're also watching a movie. You cannot do that, man. You
Yes,
cannot do that.
that's
That's what I like about jiu-jitsu.
Yes, you need to be focused on this. Even when we've been on the Kauai BJJ camp, right? It's basically like we almost not use the phone. Like even after when we have our dinner and everything, we talk each other and everything. Nobody use phone.
Right.
So it is also beautiful to also show like we are able to do it, and it's also like disconnect us for the things, and they create connection between us. You know.
That is interesting. When is the next Khao Yai
I think
BJJ camp is going to be?
7 October. Yeah.
6 and 7 of October.
Yes.
Yeah, if the camp where you can disconnect with these artificial dopamine producers, yeah, that's pretty good.